Alright, that's the top of the hour, so let's get into it with Serial Cleaner. Now, actually I need to turn this down a lot. That'll probably be better. Yeah, that looks like good sound balancing. Okay. Now, Serial Cleaner is it's sort of a top-down stealth game. It's all about cleaning up crime scenes without being seen. That's pretty much all I can really explain. So I'm just going to dive into it and we'll find out. So, apparently I've played this before, but I don't remember doing so. So, let's just go from the start. Contract 1, no sweat. Join the cleaner as he does his thing, mopping up after the mob, around a factory in the suburbs. An evidence is left behind when you clean an item or body. Okay. Now, I remember nothing. This is saying that it can use a controller, but my controller is not responding to any of it. If I just try replugging it... No, okay. So keyboard it is. Cleaner sense to look around the map by holding space. So we need to pick up the watch, collect the body, and drop it off in the car. This should be a breeze. Avoid the guards, grab the evidence, carry the body to the car. Alright. Okay. I was in a bit too much of a rush. 45-minute drive home. Time to start a new collection. This golden watch will do for a start. Now for some R&R. Bobby dear, I'm making pancakes. Jam or peanut butter? Jam sounds good, Mum. Alright, honey bun. They'll be ready in a minute. So, this guy cleans for the mob, but still lives with his mum as well. Hey, cleaner. Good work with that last job. I've got another one if you're interested. Sure, I'm interested. Okay, listen. There's been a misunderstanding. We got 3 stiffs ready for pickup in Sly's boxing gym. Be sure to take the champ's belt with you too. Keep it as one of those souvenirs you like so much. You got all that? Yep. It's our neighborhood, so there shouldn't be many cops around. Get there fast, just in case. Sure, I got you covered. In sports news, an up-and-coming boxer prepares to test his strength against the reigning champ. The champ's rise to fame has been mired in accusations of mafia involvement. So I'm guessing that's what this job is related to. The bills are in, Bobby. Could you have a look and make the payments? Sure, Mum. I'll take care of them on my way home from work. Thank you, dear. You're a treasure. Newspaper. Bailed mob hitman still missing. Wife suspects foul play. Nothing we can do with the mailbox. So we just go to the next contract. Sucker Punch. Use cleaner sense to locate hiding spots. So I can hide in the cardboard box on the left. There's a body that I need to clean up over in that corner as well. Alright, this shouldn't be too bad. But I feel like I want to go for that corner last. I kind of want to get the inside dealt with first. Oof, that was close. Whoops. Well, this is a problem. I can get out of it. When hiding, choose where to exit with the arrow keys. I probably should have left before this guy came back, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunity to get away. Like this. I didn't grab the champ's belt, but that's fine. He won't see me here. Go. Wait. Which way does this guy look? And I'm out. A few traffic jams later. The fight's about to start. Turn the volume up, Mum, and I'll be right there. And here's the current champ, loosening up, having a drink of water. He seems very confident. Nothing like watching a ballet of violence after a hard day's work. A new client. Local boxing club changes hands unexpectedly. Hello, is this the cleaner speaking? Yeah, that's me. Can I help you? I hope so. Yes. You come highly recommended. If what they say about you is true, this won't be hard. Hard or not, whoever gave you this number may have also told you how I operate. I know. Sealed envelope, the whole deal. I was informed. Great. Then let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Yes, let's. There's a campsite near a lake, just outside the city limits. You'll find 2 bodies there, plus a gun and a bit of clothing, a hood, that I need you to remove. Also, expect a lot of blood. You're equipped for that, right? Sure, that all? Yes. If you've got all the info you need, we're done. I'll be in touch. I'm going to start skipping some of the story so that we can push for some of the more advanced levels. Need to clean a certain amount of blood using my vacuum. Got a little bit cocky there. This is fine. I do need to actually observe the patterns though. Okay, I need to get all the way over to the left, to the right side there. Just vacuum up all the blood. The body can come later. You came a bit close. Okay. So long as I can break line of sight, it's not too bad. I feel like I'm going to have to get into that big splotch in the middle, though. Oh no, I only had to clean 70% of the blood, or 60%. Okay. Just loop the long way around. Clear. This is a bit of a crossways. Not a good idea to go through there. Heck yeah. Bobby dear, have a listen to this. It's interesting stuff. My hot topic today, is America the serial killer capital of the world? Please welcome my guest, a psychologist. Thank you. It is a burning question, and I'm afraid the answer is yes. Serial killers seem to be everywhere nowadays. They keep capturing the country's imagination. Interesting, but I gotta go. I've got cards set up at Joe's. I'll be back late. Don't wait up. I'm glad you got somebody to play with. Good luck with the game. The winning streak continues. Bob, my man, I'll cut right to the chase. We had a mishap at a friendly office. Just 3 stiffs, but they went down in a bad way. You might want to take a mop with you. Don't forget to grab the revolver on your way out. Our guy had to scram and left it behind. Gotcha. Leave the money at the regular spot, cool? Oh, don't worry. You do the job, you get paid. Just don't get caught. TV? Tune in next time for the further adventures of the Caped Detective. Reruns. I've seen the whole thing twice already. Famous magician dies, aged just 27. Okay, on we go. Okay, so I make noise anytime I'm doing stuff. And that's what that diamond is. Okay, I can hide on the 10th floor. I have to get creative with where I drop the bodies. Please don't come down this way. Thank you. Okay. Guy horse almost got in the way. I should be... No. Yeah. I was about to come out because I expected him to go a bit further up, but I was right to be hesitant. Just chuck the bodies out the window, no problems. Might be a bit of a sticky situation here. He's going that way. Getting into the edges is a little bit tricky. Oh, he's... okay. Cool. Then come back down, I'm betting. Yep. Then he goes round to the left. Oh dear. Nope, nobody here. Okay, so that's the blood. Now I just need to dump the 2 last bodies. Guessing... nope, that's not going to work. He could come up into this area again, couldn't he? Yep. Now I can get through this way. Wait for that one to go by. Go. Go, go, go. And we're out. Okay. I only got a little bit spotted there. Ladies and gentlemen, the fight of the century is about to begin. Mum, the fight's starting. Okay, honey, I'll make some sandwiches. Thanks. Keep them coming and I'll be a heavyweight myself soon. Come on, I bet good money on you. Keep that title of yours. 15 rounds later. And it's over. For the first time, one of them tastes defeat. Ha! I knew you wouldn't let me down, smoking. Now I've got the cash to play hard at Joe's tomorrow. New opportunities arise. Hello, Mr. Cleaner. I have a task for you. You've got stiffs to clean up. I'm your man. I have 3 bodies to pick up from a farmer's market, not far from town. There should be plenty of places to hide. I don't want anyone to know you were there. That goes without saying. Get rid of as much blood as you can, and look for a notebook. There should be one lying around. Remove it from the scene. Got it? I'll be in touch. I expect payment in full when I'm done. I'm sure you heard. Of course. Levels are starting to ramp up. M is for murder. Certain objects can be moved, changing enemy paths and opening up new areas. Use cleaner sense to locate them. Okay. So... I guess I'm going to want to go for the... Get in here, grab this. Get a little bit of blood cleaning done while I can. Next up, I probably want to move the police car down there. That was too much. Ooh. I feel like if he'd rounded the corner and seen me get into the box, I would have been screwed. nothing but M words. Weird. Pumpkin bus. The overalls she was wearing say M. Morrison. This page really is just a lot. Oh, this level is a lot of M's. That guy's going to come over. No, he's not coming over to the right, which means I can get this blood. Get it. Get all the blood. And then around here. Wait until they're away from here, then I can open this up. Nope. Block that off again. Okay, so I need to grab that body, which I should be able to do pretty easily. Just get in here in case he comes upward. He does. Go, go, go. Now just that one central room to deal with, which I believe I can get in here nice and easy and clean up all the blood without them noticing, so long as I don't get them inside the noise zone. Now I just wait for an opportunity. This guy goes back to the left. Close that. Okay. That'll do. We're out of here. Okay. They're getting a little more complex, but it's still not quite getting difficult. Bob Lena speaking. Hey, man, you available for a job? Yeah, sure thing. What's the skinny? Shit's about to go down at the docks. Expecting a lot of cops there when we're done. You up for it? You know I like a challenge. We're going to make it worth your while. Just get rid of the bodies and the blood. If there's a Tommy gun lying around, grab that as well. Understood. I'll be there in an hour. Deal? Deal. See you at the bar when you're done. I'm planning to win back what I lost last time. Go. Fishy business. I wonder if I can find the switch to move one of these crates. It looks like there are lots of switches around. For example. Dear. This is probably a very bad place to be. Go, 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 go. Get around here. Okay. I think I'm a little bit safer here. Oh, nope. Nothing here. doing a bit of dangerous loop-de-loop here. If I... Nope, 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 nope. Oh, wow, okay. Brought in an entire ship. Ow. Okay. Right, so that guy up in the corner is dealt with. I need to get this body out of here without being spotted. Get onto the boat and hope that they don't come up here. They absolutely do. Don't turn around, don't turn. Damn it. Bye. Aha! Okay. This is fine. Moving parts can cut them off pretty easily. Get this body out. Where's that cop going? I should have just hid in the corner. Shut this off so he can't see me. Nothing suspicious at all about the crates moving around. No. Grab this, get it out of the way. Bye. Have fun investigating that. Okay, get all the blood I can here. Then that lets me get through here. Lovely. Then I have to go get the Tommy gun, huh? Which is not going to be an easy task. That guy up the top is going to come down in here, isn't he? Nope, he's going the other way. Which means once he... Nope. I've got to find a chance to... Oh dear, this is bad. Clear. Okay. Right then, I've got to find a chance to get into that bottom section. But to do that, I have to get the right timing with the guy on the right and the guy above, or in the middle at least. Which might be now. And get out. Okay. If I were going for like 100% blood cleaned or anything like that, it would probably be a lot more troublesome. It all goes downhill from here. Hello, Mr. Cleaner. Remember me? Yeah, I do. Why is your line always so static and crackly? I can barely hear you. No, it's not. Let's just say I value my privacy. I assume you're okay with that? Your call. What have you got for me? Someone's made quite a mess at a gas station not far from the outskirts. As before, I assume you will deal with this delicately and swiftly. That's what I do. Lay it on me. 3 bodies and a claw hammer to pick up from the scene. That it? That and the blood, of course. Of course. Blood's a part of the deal, you could say. Good. I'll deliver the money the usual way when you're done. Off we go. Hammering out. Let's get this done and get paid. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to have to get into that middle building. Honestly, if I get into the leftmost building, that means I can open the back door on the middle building, which I can then use to open the back gate on the far right. So I guess left building is the priority. Right building has the hammer that I have to pick up. Have to wait for both of these guys to be out of the way. Oh, the counter goes all the way around. Oh dear. Excuse me, I'm leaving. They get very tired after a little bit. Slow down massively. So it's not the end of the world if I'm seen. Just have to make sure they don't catch me. Them all notice all the moved things and get their investigations done. They'll get out of the way in a little bit. Okay. And then we leave the building and we're clear. Nope. Stay behind the car. Go. And then do it all again. Now, I'm going to have to get past the guy in the left there, which means I need an opportunity where he's in the building and this guy isn't, and then I hide in the barrels when he comes back. Okay, we can make this work. God, 75% of the blood is going to be a bit finicky. Hide. If this guy sees me at any point, I'm screwed, because this is not a good place to escape. sure that's the last bit that I need to deal with. Oh dear. Oh, thank goodness he got tired. I didn't expect him to turn at that sort of angle. Okay. I've still got to get that blood there. And then, nope, I've got enough blood, so I just need to get the body. Okay. Oh boy. Oh dear, they're talking about serial killers again. Meanwhile, fresh reports are coming in which suggest we have a new killer in our midst. Nicknamed the Echo Killer, he copycats the murders of other deranged individuals. And, according to a secret police report, he's been doing so for several years now. That's terrifying. Yeah, scary stuff. But maybe it's just the media blowing everything out of proportion. Things go sour real fast. Ready to make some more easy money, Mr. Cleaner? Will it involve more young women being beaten to a pulp? Why? Is it a problem if it will? No. I just want the pay to match the job. I'm fairly certain it will. There's a remote cabin, far from the city. 3 corpses, and a saw. How remote? Don't expect anyone there. At least, not anytime soon. Here's the address. So what's going to be the challenge if I shouldn't expect anyone? Shit. The client said this place would be empty. What are the pigs doing here? This is the final straw. I'm going to give that client a piece of my mind when I get back. Oh, okay. Guys with hats blow a whistle when they see me, which calls the others. Just make sure they're not going to catch me there. What? Nope. I'm out of the cone. Okay. I had the angles a little bit off there. The tree turns out is a lot more square than expected. I can also drop off bodies by feeding them to the crocodile or the alligator, whichever that is. Probably a gator. Snout seems a little bit square. So where am I actually going to go with this, though? I need to get to that doorway in the bottom, because there's no way I'm getting past the guy at the top. Which means I'm going to need to make use of the long grass sections. Which I think I can do now. Getting in is a bit tricky though, because he turns real quick. But I can move that drawer to block the doorway, so he won't be seeing inside once I can do that. Get out of the line, block that. Probably this corner is safest to be standing in. Nope, it was not. Right, let's try that again. Oh, and there's a gator in the bottom right as well. how do I deal with this then? I guess if I hadn't just stood in the top right corner of that building, the guy wouldn't have seen me, so it shouldn't have been as much of a problem. Grab the body. Approach Gator. Can't feed Gator from here. I didn't quite get the body to the Gator. Damn it. He's going to see it and go investigate now. This is fine. Other guard has investigated the missing body, so they've taken both of their detours. Do you turn around? You do. And then again, right? Okay. The saw's position was randomized, so it's a little bit randomized each time. Oh dear. Get tired. What's this? Bonus contract unlocked. Okay, just sneak around the edge. It wasn't that it wasn't that there was a second gator, it was that the gator changed position. Okay, that makes more sense. We apparently have a nuclear bunker. Cool. I have another task for you. Hold up. What was the deal with the last job? There weren't supposed to be any cops. Well, I don't always get the most accurate info. I'm never on the scene. Enough. I'm tired of this jive bullshit. Wait, what are you saying? Who can I call now? Frankly, I don't give a damn. Hey, Joe. It's Bob Lena. Just wanted to let you know I'm available if you guys need me. And I thought you would, we'd only stay poker... Let's try that again. And I thought we'd only stay poker buddies. Yeah, we could use you. Right now, in fact. You know that joint, Club 45? Sure, man. Who doesn't? The owner hasn't been straight with us, and it's time for a change of management. Expect 3 stiffs and a shotgun or 2. You know, his homecoming party is going to be a blast. Right on it. Zoom. Disco fever. Certain objects can be used to make noise and distract enemies. Use cleaner scents to locate them. So purple things are sound. Okay. Just clean up all this blood while there's nobody here. Why am I stuck? Please stop. Oh, I can't go down there. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't come around this corner. That kinda sucked. Oh, it takes a little bit of time after I've hit the button before the sound. Oops. Didn't expect a second guy. Okay, important things to understand. These chairs are right against the ledge. takes a moment after activating a sound thing before it actually does the sound. So I use that time to get away. So, for example, this guy's going to turn up, and then back down, I hit this, go hide. Again, because I don't know where this guy down the bottom is going to be moving. And these fish are apparently piranhas. I imagine to actually feed a body to them though, I would have to... Yep, I've got to get around to the ladder. Oops. Nothing. Nothing here at all. Okay. You see nothing? He's going to get confused over the missing body. Now there's just the left side to deal with, huh? One gun. Okay, one gun, a bunch of blood, one body. Now this guy's going to come down low, so I have to stay back. Now I... Damn it! Too early. Okay, now I go. Sneak around the edge. Hide. Oh dear, okay. This body. Get out of here and dump it. There is still... I still need to clean 23% of the blood. Okay, so that's all in the... Everything is in the left, except for this tiny little spot. And I think one other tiny spot just to my left here. Gonna have to wait a little bit to make sure I can actually get out of here though. Now. Close unlocked. Duck around the corner. Okay, we've got the blood. I just have to grab that gun. I think he's going to come down here again, isn't he? He doesn't look inside though. Okay. This guy move. Hide. And out. Okay, that was a bit of a trickier lesson. The trophy shelves are filling up quite a quiet bit. Only half an hour before the big fight, folks. This is going to be one for the ages. This is it. I ran up a hell of a debt with Joe, but I'm going to win big. I know it. 8 rounds later. The referee has stopped the fight. Incredible scenes here. The great man has done it again. This is the most joyous scene ever seen in the history of boxing. Oh shit. I lost the bet. Are you okay, dear? I gotta go lie down, Mum. Talk to you later. The cleaner gets dragged back in. Mr. Cleaner, I hope you're available for a job. Not you again. Listen, I told you before. No, you listen. This is important. Help me out, and I'll make it worth your while. If you want me to clean up after your psycho buddies, it's going to cost you double. Deal. Normally, I'd tell you to blow it out your ass, but I could use some additional cash, so I'm listening. There's a barber downtown. Clean up the 3 bodies and all the items left behind. The blood as well. Do all that, and you won't regret your decision. Off we go. Shortcuts help you move around quickly. Use cleaner sense to locate them. Okay. Now, is it an instant thing? Yes, I have no control of when I come out. Okay, so does this guy... He just looks up for a moment and then back down. So it should be okay for me to actually just go through and get over to the right or left. But first things first, this guy is in the way. Okay, wait for one of the checks. Turn and turn. Move that, so only this guy is in the way now. So long as I stay over here, he's not going to see me. Now, can I actually take the body through the shortcut? Actually, first I want to get this. Oh dear. Rude. The blood comes so close that you can't actually get it without him seeing. Or hearing, rather. Alright, attempt 2. Wait for the check. There we go. Lock this. Have caution. I can take bodies through shortcuts. Very good to know. Right. Wait for the check. come on. Go outside there. Yes. Aha! Whoop. Excuse me. Where do you go now? Do you just go back down? Yes. % of the blood. I'm doing pretty well here. Oh dear. Bye. Oops. Nope. Nothing going on. So I've got to get 2 bodies out and grab that chalice, which I did. Shut this off just to screw with that guy. How much of this blood can I get? 99, 100. Nope, this is closed. That is closed, right? Yes. Going to come back in. He is. But then he goes around. Which means if I just bring the bodies up to this floor, I can get this guy to leave. And once I know that he's not going to be actually checking the rest of this room, which he is at the moment. I should have left that bookshelf open, actually. This is fine, I think. What sort of route do you take now? Decent one. Come on, shut it. Okay. So I'm going to need him to leave the room so that I can grab the other body, bring it out, and then shut this. As such. And now just shortcuts past the blind guy. Just don't get cocky and be seen by the blind guy. We out. Oh boy. In between jobs, a few unlucky hands. Another night, another loss. This isn't getting me anywhere. My debt at Joe's is just climbing. All the time, goddammit. You can't be unlucky all the time, right? Yeah, I'll win it all back. Eventually. Going in circles. Are you ready for another job, Mr. Cleaner? I'm available, yeah. One question before we start, though. No time for questions. I don't have much time to talk. Oh, well, then I'm sure you'll find somebody else to help you, right? Ask, Cleaner. Just be quick. Remember when you said you're never on the scene? What did you mean? Simple. You're not cleaning after me, obviously. How do you know all the details of each job then? You've gotten your answer. Are you available for a job or not? Yeah, okay. What do you have for me? Go to the train yard. 3 bodies to dispose of, and the evidence. Look for a notebook, a cable, and some drugs. Clean the blood, get paid. Off we go. Contract 11, heavy load. Damn roadworks. Let's improvise some body removal solutions. Okay. So we can drop bodies onto the railroad. There's a lot going on here. That cop's going to come straight back up, isn't he? Yep. I've got to follow him down and then go behind. Couldn't see me. I was hidden behind the hiding spot when I entered the hiding spot. Okay, so I'm into the level now. There are a few things that can be moved. Where's this move to? Oh dear. Where's this move to? Oh, this doesn't move. It's the other car that moves. Okay. This is getting a lot more complicated. I've still got to get that body. Why are you getting confused over that being moved? You've already seen it.
No way.
Hope that guy doesn't turn around and face me. Nope. Ooh. Okay. Moving objects can be a little bit tricky. But I might be able to block that guy into the corner there. Or out of the corner so that I can use that shortcut. Now there's no getting in here. Okay. That was a bad decision. Shortcut out. Okay. Why does the source look suspicious? It's not. Oh dear. I'm in a lot of trouble. How did this guy get here? No, seriously, how did he get in there? How? All entrances to that zone are blocked off. There should only be the one guard in there. He went all the way around the top. I didn't even consider that that was an option. Yoink, and go. Wait for him to go up. Next spot, it's going to actually use a hiding spot this time, I think. So I can clean the blood here. Then I think I take the body down to the left, because I can get it up the stairs to the top level and drop it onto the other drop zone. Blood is sufficiently cleaned. Now how do I... okay. That guy leaves so I can actually get past. That guy should also leave. Oh dear. The guy is coming around the top. This is actually a closed off zone. Okay. I would also be able to shortcut out to grab the box down there. Or I could just move this. I think I shortcut. Just wait until this guy in the left leaves. There we go. Okay. Wait for him to go back. Wait for the guy above to get past as well. And then we will be in the clear. Oops. Okay, we weren't quite in the clear. But we're fine. Just gotta wait until I can actually go. Now we get out of here. I hope the getaway is up here. Yes. Okay. Best friends forever. Another set almost finished. Just a few spaces left before I move these trophies to the bunker. Bobby, a few of your friends came by and asked if you remembered about paying for the tickets. Tickets? What tickets? Cinema tickets, I think. They said you promised to take them to a movie. If I remember right, they said they'd take you to a Chainsaw Macabre instead if you'd like. Did they wear pinstripe suits and have Italian accents? Yes, very nice men. So you remember now? Yeah, thanks. I'll call them back about that. Nova's phone number search later. Hey, Joe, listen. I know I'm lagging behind with the repayments. Oh, so the guys delivered my message then? Yes, they did. To my mum, man. Never do that again. Well, what you gonna do about it? It ain't looking pretty, Bob. The loan, the card debt. Yeah, I know. I'll pay you back. I just need more time. More time, huh? Okay, a favour for a favour. Here's the deal. Go to the Bloody Red Steak Diner. In a few hours. Clean the mess and grab anything our boys leave behind. Manage all that, and I'll extend your due date. Cool? I'll do it. Thanks, Joe. You still need to pay me back. Don't disappoint me. Go, go, go. Cold brew. Oh dear, this is a lot. There's a lot going on. So you just come out and then go back in. Okay. Once you go in, you go up into the upper section. And then you're back. All of it is cleaning. But oh dear. Okay. A little bit of blood left in that kitchen, and then we have to go for the pantry. That was loud. Oh, that's not a hiding spot, huh? Zoop. Okay. Okay. There's a body and a pickup in the top right. I think I can slip around the right side here. Nope. Where's this guy gonna go? Comes out. Then he goes down. After down is left. And then he'll come back to the right. Yep. Okay, so it'll be plenty of time once he goes back in. Just try not to get caught by the... As I was saying, try not to get caught by the guy that's out here. His cone of view just reaches that body. It's unfortunate. Cause a little bit of confusion and chaos. But it should mean once this guy goes back to his circuit, should be able to get this body out. Go. Okay. What am I doing next? If I hide in the kitchen, this guy will go past, then I can get into the main room. I can hide in there if need be. Need does not be. Yeah, what do I care if he hears me? He can't get in. So here's what I'm thinking. Get this body out. Because we've got a little bit of time to get some vacuuming here done. But if I hide here, it'll cause some momentary confusion. Actually, I could have hidden in that shrub. Or the bush. Would have been better than here. But once this guy here leaves and then the guy on the left goes into that room... Haha! No escape! So that's one of the guys just completely out of the way now. Okay. So, if I grab the body, I can bring it around. Actually, pay attention to the guy on the bottom left. He goes over there, back to the right. Comes across. Does he go further across? No. Okay. There is now nobody who looks just outside that left exit. So if I do this, I'm perfectly safe right here. Wait for him to turn and done that. So now what? I guess I'll slip around here. Oop! That ain't good. Guy is very tired already, so I might as well just keep going. So long as I don't run into him. Okay. Blood is done, so that body is the last one. It's just the question of how I actually get behind there. Turns to the left, turns down, and then up pretty quickly, but it's just enough time. Unless I do that. Hey guys, how you doing? Please, damn it. I got overconfident. But I think... let's change games. Now, the other game that I was considering playing today, which we now will, it's called Lucifer Within Us. Lucifer Within Us is a... how do we even describe it? It's a sort of detective game. There we go, come on. That, and... it's a little bit loud. Let's turn that down. Down a lot. Okay, I think that'll be better. So, this is a detective game where we are going to be on the other side of the law now. We're going to be solving the crimes. First off, we start with the Two Brothers case. Now, I've not played any of this. 100 years without murder, 100 years without demonic possession, then this. I am Sister Ada, exorcist and investigator. This is my testament to the massacre at St. Walpurgis Abbey. It is truth. Do not believe the lies of my accusers. St. Walpurgis Abbey, Cybernetics Workshop.
Sister Ada, welcome.
Voice acting! I can rest my voice! Oh.
I am Virgil, Chief Inquisitor at St. Walpurgis Abbey.
The voice acting might be a little bit quiet, hang on. Bring this up to maybe 75% and music down to 75%.
We may be in need of your talents as an exorcist.
Okay.
You can survey the evidence yourself, but I think you will agree.
Has there truly been a murder?
It seems so. A respected priestess, Mother Miriam, passed this morning under suspicious circumstances. A demon may be present. Here, even now, possessing someone.
Okay.
What happened, exactly?
Mother Miriam was only recently appointed as successor to Abbot Gregory. This morning, she came to the workshop to receive her coronet of office.
Something went wrong with the installation.
Yes, to put it mildly, the coronet oversurged, killing Mother Miriam. Brace yourself for the sight.
Then, the workshop operators, Gideon and Reuben, are the prime suspects. They are brothers, right?
Yes, but it's highly out of character for Gideon or Reuben to kill someone. Even so, they were the only ones present when Mother Miriam died.
Daemons nurture our sinful desires into unthinkable actions, Virgil. One of the brothers has surely been seduced by a daemon. Whichever it is, I will unmask his lies and cast out the daemon within him.
May Einsoff's will be done. Amen.
To exorcise a daemon, we must uncover 4 things. First, the suspect. We must identify which sinner is possessed by a daemon. Second, the opportunity. When exactly was the murder committed? We can pinpoint the opportunity by analyzing each suspect's testimonies. Third, the means by which the murder has been committed. The means can be found among the physical evidence at the scene of the incident. Fourth, the motive of the murderer, which can be found in their inner world, their sanctum. The motive will tell us which daemon possesses the sinner.
Very well. Let us begin our holy work.
Okay, that was a lot of talking. There's probably going to be a lot more. And it was a lot of words that I understand the meaning of, but don't necessarily understand when they go together. that we're in. Mother Miriam, the victim, newly appointed voice of Einsof, who was scheduled to receive an Aether coronet implant at the workshop. So we've got the guards there. Virgil, the Inquisitor. Now that voice acting's over. Gideon claims the incident was an accident, but Reuben claims that it was Gideon's fault. Are either of them telling the truth? Perhaps there's another possibility. Coronet limiter? A coronet limiter. A valuable piece of physical evidence. A new entry is now added to your evidence panel, which can be found on the lower left of your display. There, you can access detailed information about the coronet limiter. You must present them to the suspects in order to discover any contradictions. Okay. Found in Gideon's workspace, in pristine condition, the component is required to safely install the coronet without causing an Aether oversurge. Gideon's workstation. A new piece of evidence? Let's examine it for now. Consecration ceremony. Place the coronet and the recipient in the chamber. The performer and the recipient pray in silence. Begin the song to start modulating the Aether. Intensify the Aether output by bringing the performance to a crescendo. Okay. Control panel. Used to activate and control the consecration chamber. Usage records show that the Aether output during the ceremony was well beyond safe ranges. Examine the body. Okay, I can just walk through glass apparently. The body is completely unharmed, but her head has exploded into a mess of blood and bone fragments. And there was... yeah, the body's already recorded. Oh, the coronet part goes down here, okay. Found near Mother Miriam's body. Parts of the amplifier component and bits of the casing have survived the explosion. Okay, what's this button do? Door controls. Used to open and close the consecration chamber. Only operable from outside the chamber. Usage records show that it was opened twice this morning. Once for her to go in, and now? Reuben's workstation. Coronet blueprints. Plans for constructing the Aether coronet. The purpose of the device seems to be to amplify the user's Aether output. The components are amplifier, casing, and limiter. So the limiter wasn't included in the coronet. Spear blueprints, found on Reuben's workstation. Plans for restoring a relic that was recently brought to St. Walpurgis by Father Augustine. And this? What is this? The Devil's Herb. I knew something nefarious was afoot. The Abbey must be purified of its scent. I should dispose of any that I find. Okay. So, somebody here had some weed, apparently. Reuben, the Elder
An
Brother.
exorcist? Surely there are no demons here, though. This was an accident, wasn't it? If Gideon is possessed, that would mean he did it on purpose. horrible.
You must be the elder brother.
Yes, my name is Ruben Garamond. I am responsible for the engineering and design of our implants.
How did Mother Miriam die, exactly?
It was a completely preventable accident. Mother Miriam died because Gideon deliberately flouted the ceremonial guidelines for his own glory. Gideon may be my flesh and blood, but he must take responsibility for his negligence.
Sister Ada, hear Reuben's testimony and judge for yourself whether he speaks truth or lies. The testimony of a suspect is divided into events. You can access detailed descriptions of events by hovering over them. You can manipulate the timeline marker to navigate any moment in the testimony. Let's listen to what Reuben has to say.
Mother Miriam came to us to receive a consecration ceremony, but she wanted something extravagant. Gideon suggested setting the coronet to have maximum ether output. I warned him that doing so is highly dangerous.
There's a big break here.
Gideon convinced her to move forward with the ceremony anyway. Since he was going to handle everything, I went back to my tasks.
Okay. So she went in. This part of the testimony is rather long and repetitive. Let's move to the next section. Try to stop ceremony. Click on the statement.
When Gideon activated the consecration chamber, I immediately felt something was wrong. I begged Gideon to stop, but he didn't listen.
I've heard enough. Let's leave it for now. So the door was opened once to let her in and then once after the death. And talk to Gideon.
This is madness! I will not suffer this injustice!
That's a voice, alright.
I am Gideon the Grand, the greatest cybernetician of our generation. I am blessed. I don't know what went wrong this morning. My hands are guided by the divine.
I see only gaudy trinkets here. Mother Miriam died by your hands. Is that not so?
No, I would never harm her. Besides, why would I? She was my patron. In her kindness and generosity, she truly was like a mother to me, and I her son. I did nothing wrong. The consecration chamber must have been compromised. Let us hear what Gideon has to say. Keep in mind that Gideon's testimony may differ greatly from Reuben's version of events. If an event is corroborated by another suspect's testimony, it will be marked as verified on the timeline. Let's listen to what Gideon has to say.
Mother Miriam came to me for her consecration ceremony. I've performed this many times before, so I was confident.
Okay. He doesn't at all mention the idea of having the full power. And then
To prepare
has
for the
brother come
ceremony,
in.
I ordered Reuben to take Mother Miriam to the consecration chamber.
Okay, it differs completely
Meanwhile,
from what
I
was
adjusted the
explained.
coronet's amplitude.
Let's re-examine what he said about Mother Miriam's arrival.
To prepare for the ceremony, I ordered Reuben. Mother Miriam came to me for her consecration ceremony. I've performed this many times before, so I was confident.
Interesting. Gideon does not mention Reuben being present while greeting Mother Miriam. Let's select Miriam's arrival to ask Gideon about it. Good. I should remember that I can ask a suspect about any statement in a testimony. Were you alone when greeting Mother Miriam? Yes, I'm certain I was alone then. He insists that he was alone. I wonder if Reuben will corroborate this. For now, let's finish hearing the rest of his testimony.
To prepare for the ceremony, I ordered Reuben to take Mother Miriam to the Meanwhile, I adjusted the coronet's amplification at my work table, and then placed it on Mother Miriam's head.
Okay. So, nothing particular goes on here. Places it on her, leaves and shuts the door.
We began by closing our eyes and praying together to Ein Sof. I thought I heard the chamber open, but didn't think much of it.
Thought you heard the chamber open, but the chamber has only been opened twice today.
Then I activated the consecration chamber and began the ceremony itself. The aether output was within safe ranges.
But the system indicates that the ceremony was not within safe ranges. I've heard him. Let's leave him for now. Then it happened. Mother Miriam was killed, but it's impossible. I had everything under control. Okay, now that we've heard the testimony from each suspect, let's think carefully. There is only one truth to the chain of events this morning, and I doubt either brother has told it to us. So we must rely on Ein Sof's greatest gifts to us, our minds. There are three ways we should consider what we've discovered. First way is deduction. Since there can only be one truth, if two things don't align, one or both of them are false. If Gideon and Reuben do not agree on something, someone is lying. Or, if what they say do not match the evidence I find, then they must be lying. Second is induction. I should base my theory based on what I discover. If my theory does not align with any of the testimonies or evidence that I find, then I should discard it. If two theories are both possible, then I should prefer the one that has more information that supports it. That said, induction alone is usually not enough. Finally, abduction. I must hypothesize what could have happened, filling gaps in information with my imagination. This is the fastest and most powerful way of thinking, but also the most fraught. I should engage in each of these three ways in order to uncover the truth. Okay, so I want to speak with Reuben and ask him about Gideon saying that. Gideon didn't mention me being there. Typical. So there's a contradiction here. They both say
Mother
she
Miriam
arrived,
came to us to
but
receive
Reuben
a
is
consecration
saying
ceremony.
they were
But she
together.
wanted something
Gideon
extravagant.
specifically said that it was only him.
Gideon suggested.
They didn't heed your warning? Why not? Gideon believes that his so-called genius makes him impervious to danger. An ordinary man might fail, but not Gideon the Grand. As for Mother Miriam, she only has ears for Gideon. Today was no different. Okay. Curious. Reuben claims he went back to his workstation. What does Gideon say? Let's switch to his testimony.
To prepare for the...
Gideon claims that Reuben opened the door to the consecration chambers. Let's go back to Reuben.
Gideon convinced her to move forward with the ceremony anyway, since
Let's
he was going to
unmask
handle
Ruben's
everything.
lie.
I went
Lies unmasked. Ruben Garamond, you did not return to your workstation after the discussion. Gideon ordered you to open the consecration chamber for Mother Miriam. Ordered me? Is that what he told you? Despite his delusions, Gideon is certainly not my master. I did open the chamber, it's true. I apologize for the omission. It's a regular part of our routine, that it slipped my mind, and it slipped my mind earlier. Ruben has amended his testimony. Let's examine open the chamber. Good. This statement from Ruben's testimony is now verified for 2 reasons. 1. Corroboration. Gideon's testimony confirms that Ruben opened the door for Mother Miriam. 2. Specificity. It has a shorter time frame and describes a clearer set of events. I can assume that any verified statement like this is true. What's more, the contradiction weakened the suspect's resolve. His eye of providence glows, which allows me to enter his sanctum, the digital representation of his mind. Who what? I just realized I didn't change over my game. Hang on. We go through to here, and then this is here. Just gotta update my stream settings. That'll do. Okay, everything is now corrected. Let's use his third eye to enter his sanctum and see what truly motivates this suspect. Okay. Evidence discovered. Believer. We only cracked the outer layer of his sanctum this time. Still, let's examine the psychological evidence we have found. Interesting. This information will help me discern which statements to trust. Let's quickly examine each statement in his testimony again. Excellent. Some of the statements are now supported by the suspect's psychology. Next, I must find the correlations between the suspect's behavior and existing demons. Let's open the demonology. Lucifer the Proud, the Prince of Demons and the eternal adversary of Ein Sof, manifests in the ambitious and strong-willed, promising them their heart's desire in exchange for their soul. Beelzebub the Gluttonous, simple-minded demon that debilitates the host, turning them into feral beasts. The host is compelled to consume stranger and filthier things until nothing remains of their humanity. Sathanas the Vengeful, a furious demon that stokes the simmering rage within the host, preys upon the fervent and the righteous, goading them to take matters into their own hands. That's sounding like a potential thing here. Lotan the Envious, playful but deceitful demon who slowly drives the host mad with whispers of their own inadequacy. The host blames others for their ill fortune until the apparent injustice drives them to take what is rightfully theirs. That's also possible. If the suspect is possessed, there should be a psychological evidence that has a clear correlation with a demon. To obtain further psychological evidence, I must find more contradictions to present them to the suspect. Now that I have heard the testimony and gathered evidence, I can accuse the suspect. To accuse the suspect, I must establish the opportunity, means, and motive of the crime. I can try as many times as I wish, but there is only one true answer for each section. let's try to establish the opportunity. If you are accusing me of sabotage, when could I have done any of this? Let's present the a section of the suspect's testimony. Good. If it's a valid answer, the suspect will be forced to admit they could have committed the murder at that time. Otherwise, the suspect will give a counter-argument as to why that is impossible. If I was in the chamber then, Gideon or Mother Miriam would have seen me. What about when Gideon and Mother Miriam were praying? I was still working at that time. Do I have proof that he wasn't? If I do, I should contradict him with it first, before accusing him. During the ceremony, no one was inside the chamber other than Mother Miriam. If you are accusing me of sabotage, okay, go back. Next, let's try to establish the means. Okay. For this, I need to present present physical evidence. It's going to be the limiter. Good. Same as before, the suspect will accept my evidence if it is valid, and deny it if they can explain why I'm wrong. There was nothing faulty with the coronet itself. Indeed, the craftsmanship was flawless, as was Gideon's performance of the ceremony. But you removed the limiter from the coronet without Gideon's knowledge, which, coupled with the coronet's high amplification, caused an oversurge. Gideon's arrogance may have endangered Mother Miriam. Finally, let's establish the motive. I need to present a psychological evidence from their own sanctum. Well, this isn't going to help. Good. If he is the culprit, then presented with the correct motive, the daemon within him will compel him to speak the truth. If not, he will deny my claim. Your faith is what drove you to kill Mother Miriam. Why would you think so? If anything, my faith is the proof that I would not hurt a priestess. Mother Miriam was our patron. Why would I want to harm her? This accusation was unsuccessful, which means I must investigate further. Let's cancel for now, and leave the suspect. Okay. So, can I now have a bit more freedom to ask him about the prayer? I saw Gideon pray before the ceremony began. He did that right at least. Okay, so he's confirming that.
When Gideon activated the consecration chamber, I immediately felt something.
I want to go ask Gideon about the attempt to stop the ceremony.
Then I activated the consecration chamber and began the ceremony itself.
Now that I've discovered
Ether
important
output was
pieces of
within
evidence,
safe ranges.
let's ask this suspect about them. Let's select any evidence and ask him about it. Oh, this is important. Good. I should remember that I can ask a suspect about any evidence that I find. Recognize this component, Gideon? It was found at your workstation. The coronet limiter? Impossible. But the explosion? How can it be undamaged? Someone must have removed it from the coronet prior to the ceremony, all but ensuring that the ceremony would end in a bloody mess. I had nothing to do with this. Why would I sabotage my own work? Gideon claims that the Aether output values are within safe ranges, but the control panel indicates otherwise. Let's present the control panel to him and unmask his lie. But oh... You lied, Gideon. The ceremony wasn't safe. The control panel's record records show that the Aether output values were in abnormally high ranges. Of course it was. Mother Miriam wanted the coronet as powerful as it could be. But I am Gideon the Grand. With my talents, I had it under control. I made no errors. Something else went wrong. I just don't know what. Gideon has amended his testimony. Let's examine maintain control. Good. This statement from Gideon's testimony is now verified for 2 reasons. Specificity, shorter time frame, clearer set of events. Physicality. Gideon's testimony is now consistent with the records from the control panel. I can assume that any verified statement like this is true. Okay.
We began by closing our eyes and praying together to Ein Sof. I thought I heard the chamber open.
Okay, so the door only opening twice isn't relevant. Anyway, right, so I want to ask him about... I vaguely recall him coming up to me. I didn't hear him. I was too busy performing the ceremony. Okay.
Meanwhile, I adjusted...
What exactly did you modify? I modified the amplifier within to its maximum setting. To do so, I had to temporarily remove the limiter. But I made sure to replace it before taking it to the chamber. I mean, the limiter's not in there. Okay. Check out his mentality. He's a narcissist.
Mother Miriam came to me for her consecration ceremony. I've performed this many times before, so I was confident.
I would like to ask him about the blueprints. Ruben's little chart, who loves making things complicated. True art comes from the soul. Nothing in that mess of lines and wires expresses the beauty of the coronet. Does he know anything about the spear? Oh, is that Ruben's little project? Whatever keeps him busy is fine by me. Okay. So they apparently haven't corroborated these parts, even though Gideon did just confirm that Ruben did approach him.
Meanwhile, I adjusted. Mother Miriam came to me for...
Gotta be... Can I present this? I can. Okay. Lies, Gideon. Ruben tells me he was with you when Mother Miriam arrived. What? Come to think of it, yes, he was standing there, scowling as usual. He was not just standing there, he tried to stop you. Mother Miriam wanted her coronet to be extraordinary, so you convinced her to increase the Aether output. Ruben warned you about the danger, but you insisted to Mother Miriam that the ceremony was safe. I love my brother, but Ruben can be a sniveling coward. He's exaggerating the risk. Yes, the ceremony had some danger. However, it was well within my abilities. I made no error. This is how it happened.
Mother Miriam came to me for her consecration ceremony.
Okay.
I've performed this many times before, so I was
they
confident.
now corroborate their stories with them being together.
Mother Miriam wanted the coronet to be spectacular, so I suggested maximizing its Aether amplification.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I adjusted the coronet's amplification at my workday.
So we know that he's saying that he modified the output. ask him about Reuben returning to work. No idea, not important. Okay.
With the
Ask about maintaining control. You've now admitted that the ceremony was risky. What makes you so confident that you maintained control? Because I am a maestro. I remember every bit of my performance. Nothing that I did could have overcome the coronet limiter. Well, the limiter wasn't in there. The limiter was not in there. Okay. So... That's all there, that's all there. Don't think I have anything that I can use to extend or elaborate on adjusting the coronet. Reuben is my dullard brother. He's practically my assistant. And yourself? I am Gideon the Grand, the greatest cybernetician of our generation. Pride is a sin, Gideon. I merely speak the truth, sister. The one true God has gifted me with extraordinary vision and skill. If anything, it would be sinful for me to hide my talents with false modesty. That gets me a second layer of personality. Skeptic. Ooh. Found in Gideon's sanctum. Speaks and acts virtuously in public, but doesn't really believe in the one truth or the demons. Weren't they rooted out 100 years ago? I am a faithful member of the Abbey, but surely demons are a thing of the past. There hasn't been a murder in 100 years, sister. Why would one happen now? I am indeed talented, and very proud of it. Einsoft granted me many gifts, and I gladly use them for his glory. Can I... So I can't use his personality as contradiction. Let's see. By what means did you kill her? The coronet limiter? While you were adjusting the coronet, you removed the limiter. That's nonsense. Do you really think I would forget to place the crown jewel of my masterpiece? Yes. Okay. So I don't think I have anything at the moment. Opportunity. Oops. Opportunity, adjust coronet. You were the last person to handle the coronet. If the coronet was damaged during the events of this morning, it must have been while you were adjusting its output. I don't believe I have any motive right now, though. But... excellent. I have gone through the fundamental steps of investigating a murder. However, there is much I have yet to uncover about this incident. I should continue to find more information, contradict the suspects with them, and try to accuse a suspect. No one will tell me when I am ready to accuse. No one will tell me when I am ready to accuse. That is entirely up to my discretion. However, there are no consequences for a failed accusation. Each failure will help bring me closer to the truth of the incident. Okay, cool. Hey, Reuben. Tell me about these blueprints. Mother Miriam's coronet was built according to these exact specifications. If Gideon performed the ceremony correctly, the coronet would have been safe to install. Spear blueprints? This was what I was working on during the ceremony. Father Augustine, a visiting scholar, asked me to help restore this relic. I am quite proud of my work on it. It should be ready for tonight's mass. The limiter? You found it on Gideon's desk? It's no wonder that coronet exploded. The imbecile must have forgotten to replace it after adjusting the coronet's amplification. Despicable. Tell me more about Augustine. Studies demons and the Aether. Father Augustine is a scholar of demons and etheric technologies. He's made truly remarkable discoveries in his theoretical works. After what happened, Gideon still thinks he had things under control. He's delusional. What were you working on? I was restoring a ceremonial spear for tonight's mass. It is a magnificent relic. I think Abbot Gregory will be pleased with the result. But it's not for Gregory that you were restoring that, it was for Augustine. Okay. No, I have to contradict first. There we go. Okay. So the doors being opened twice do not include after the ceremony. You test my patience, Reuben. Has your memory slipped once more? The door records show that the consecration chamber was opened twice today. Given that Gideon was praying during this time, only you could have opened the chamber. It's true that I opened the chamber again, but just before the ceremony started. But I had my reasons. Something about the chamber seemed unseemly. Given what happened to Mother Miriam, I feel vindicated in my fears. Tell me what you did in the chamber. So he's got the return
Since
to work
Gideon
section.
was going to handle everything, I went back to my tasks.
Then
So I
check
opened the
chamber.
consecration chamber to verify that the coronet was in working order.
What were you checking? To perform the consecration ceremony safely, precision is critical. I wanted to make sure that the coronet was placed correctly on Mother Miriam. And you didn't notice... You didn't notice that the limiter was missing? When the limiter has to be removed to modify the thing, so it's gotta be like a fairly forefront component?
Everything
return
seemed
to work
fine,
again.
so I returned to my desk again.
Okay. Okay.
When Gideon activated the consecration chamber, I immediately felt something was wrong. I begged Gideon to stop, but he didn't listen.
Why did you feel something was wrong if you just checked and everything was fine? Envy. Find. I just got an achievement. Find all contradictions and... what was that? All contradictions and psychological evidence in the two brothers case. I've also got an achievement for finding all physical evidence. Which means I now have all physical contradiction and psychological evidence. Me, envious of Gideon? Ha, unlikely. His artistry would be nothing without my designs. He doesn't know the first thing about how our implants actually work. All of his work is trite, superficial. Why anyone gives him attention is beyond me. Well, this is sounding more and more like... which one was it? Lotan the Envious. Anyway...
So I opened the consecration chamber to verify that the coronet was in working order.
Okay, I can't use their personality traits to contradict. When could you have done it? When you checked the chamber. During the prayer, you claim to have opened the chamber to check the materials. This was when you sabotaged the ceremony. And motive... envy. Mother Miriam's death was merely a means to an end. Humiliation of Gideon. You envy your brother's success. You want his fame, his glory.
Ein Sof sees all, Reuben. You killed Mother Miriam to frame Gideon and take him down a peg. With Gideon gone, a daemon whispered that people would finally recognize you for your genius.
I am older than Gideon. My work is better than Gideon, and more important. But no one sees my work. No one understands my work.
Confess, Reuben. Tell us what the daemon made you do.
Okay.
Demonic corruption runs deep within Reuben's soul. Yet Reuben may still be saved.
I probably should have listened to what the demon made him do before I went and clicked on the glowing red thing.
I must speak the daemon's true name. Then the daemon will be cast out. Ein Sof, guide me. What daemon has possessed... Out, Lotan! Leave this soul and return whence you came!
Magnificently done, Madam Exorcist.
The power of Ein Sof compels you, Lotan. Leave this soul and return to the ether!
Thousands of years, and you humans never change. Never satisfied, always comparing, wanting more. Someone else is always richer, prettier, wiser, better. Nothing can ever fill that void within you. Not even me.
Silence, Lotan. Reuben may yet be redeemed. You are a scourge. Without your influence, a good woman would still be alive. Leave humans be, Lotan. I banish you to the ether!
As you wish, but I'll return soon enough. My prince and master Lucifer walks among you. Lucifer will open the gates of hell, and at last, humanity will remember its full potential. Until then, Madam Exorcist, adieu.
Come forth, Reuben. What remains of you?
Thank...
He's silent and still. Poor soul. Rest, Reuben. Heal, if you can.
Sister Ada, you've returned. Was there a demon at work after all?
I'm afraid so. The exorcism was a success. Reuben's soul has been purged. Unfortunately, the daemon was difficult to cleanse. Reuben is returned to pure innocence.
What? The exorcism shattered his mind? Can you bring him back?
It's out of my hands. If Ein Sof wills it, maybe Reuben will heal.
Guards, please escort this shell to the cryostasis cellar. I pray for his swift recovery. Abbot Gregory!
Praise be to Ein Sof, Sister Ada. You have saved us all. On behalf of everyone at St. Walpurgis, I express our utmost gratitude.
We are not yet safe. We must act quickly until we locate the source of the demonic influence. We don't understand yet why demons would act after 100 years. Holy Father, we must quarantine the Abbey and the surrounding town immediately. Detain and interrogate anyone who seems suspicious.
We can try, Sister Ada, but it will be difficult, as we have visitors arriving hourly. Much like yourself, pilgrims from afar are here to celebrate Walpurgisnacht. It's such a shame Mother Miriam couldn't bear witness to it.
Ah, yes. The priestess. We must destroy her body immediately. Traces of demonic influence may remain from her contact with Reuben.
No, Sister Ada, thank you for your concern, but we absolutely cannot. Mother Miriam was a prominent figure and well loved, with decades of service. We must treat her body with dignity and give her a proper burial. Send Mother Miriam's body to the mortuary for embalming.
Your Excellency, we really ought to take the advice of the exorcist.
Mother Miriam's body has been desecrated enough, Virgil. Send her to the mortuary, now.
As you command, Your Excellency.
Holy Father, you are making a grave mistake.
Sister Ada, don't worry yourself. All will be well.
Will it though?
Saint Walpurga's triumph over Lucifer has brought us a century of peace and bliss. It's horrifying that a demon was exorcised from our abbey, but surely it was the final remnant.
The daemon within Reuben spoke of Lucifer's return. Lucifer's ways are insidious. Even the most devout among us have temptations.
It's a shame Brother Reuben fell to the demon. But the rest of my flock is stronger. Faith shall be their shield. Now, please excuse me. This evening's mass requires my attention. We are honored by your presence, Sister Ada. Praise be to Ein Sof.
Even the Holy Father can be foolish then. Ein Sof. Let it not be true that Lucifer walks. But if it is, Ein Sof, guide me, that I may unmask all lies, no matter how painful.
The demon's final words haunted me. Lucifer was already among us. I wanted to destroy Mother Miriam's body to purge any traces of demonic influence. Abbot Gregory did not heed my words. Mother Miriam was to be given a proper burial. This afternoon, Inquisitor Virgil sent for me, asking urgently to meet him at the graveyard.
Praise Ein Sof. Thank you for coming to our aid so quickly, Sister Ada.
You said it was urgent. Has something happened to Mother Miriam's body?
No, in some ways, that would have been easier. There is now a second untimely death.
Another murder. On the very same day. This can't be a coincidence.
That isn't for me to say, but this time, the victim is a younger acolyte named Isaac. His remains were found in the grave that was dug for Mother Miriam. Poor kid's throat was slit.
Gruesome. Who was at the graveyard when the body was found?
Only 3 people were present this afternoon. A scholar, an embalmer, and a grave tender. Father Augustine is a scholar, visiting for Mother Miriam's funeral. The victim was his apprentice. Sister Nerissa, an embalmer with a sterling reputation, preparing Mother Miriam's body for burial. Finally, Abraham, the grave tender, a layman who has kept the grounds of the abbey for many years. None of them say they were near the grave until after the body was discovered.
Which means someone is lying. No matter. Ein Sof sees all. We will unmask their lies and bring the truth forward. I swear it.
Alright then, let's start by looking around for physical evidence. Noble's grave. The immaculately maintained grave shows the genealogy of an illustrious family. There isn't a blade of grass out of place around the stone. Statue of Saint Walpurga. A statue of Saint Walpurga, the founder of the abbey and patron saint of exorcists. A portable ether-powered device for recording images and text. Victim's body. The victim, a teenaged youth aspiring to be a scholar, raised in the church, joined Augustine as his apprentice 8 months ago. And also the body. The apprentice's youthful face is serene above his cleanly slit throat, with no bruising. However, an angry scar runs across his stomach. I see over here. Come on, let me get this. The devil's herb. I knew something nefarious is afoot. Must be purified of its scent, dispose of any that I find. Surgical multi-tool. Found on the staircase between the mortuary and the grave. An aether-powered tool for making incisions, applying preservatives, and closing wounds. Can I go inside? Yes. Shovel. Found hanging in the back area of the mortuary. Heavy, bulky, and caked with dirt. Oh, there's footsteps all over. Found on the floors of the mortuary, still wet, leads from the back exit of the mortuary to the embalming table. So following these footprints, we can tell they came in, went out. No. So they came from here. This is the first of the footprints. Probably after digging the grave. Comes up. Around this way. And then back to put the shovel down. Bloody liver. Found on a table with other entrails, still partially warm and moist. It appears mangled in some way, perhaps smashed? Okay. A bundle of fresh blossoms, like that found on a grave. Why were they on the floor? Marissa's workstation? The graveyard schedule. Show two notable entries for today, both explicitly authorized by Abbot Gregory. 1. Funeral for Mother Miriam at sundown. 2. Visit by Father Augustine. Unrestricted access granted. Examine the body. Identified as Mother Miriam. There's a large incision down her stomach. Judging from the uneven colouring and chemical scent, she appears partially embalmed. And what was the other thing? Mother Miriam. Okay, so I think that's going to be all the physical evidence. At least I'm not seeing any other... Oh, no, there we go. Sickle. Its lightweight blade slices through the air to trim grass and chop weeds. Its sharp edge could easily injure someone. Okay, is that all the physical evidence? Probably. Alright, let's start talking to the grave tender.
Release me! I had nothing to do with that boy.
You must be Abraham, the grave tender.
I am. I've worked here for 30 years. Worked hard, without complaint. Look around you. Every bush trimmed, every headstone polished. Because of me. I have done all that is asked of me, and more. Yet the moment something goes wrong, I'm the one blamed. It's not personal. Even the most steadfast among us may fall prey to Lucifer's whispers, Abraham. You dug the grave in which the victim was found, didn't you? Actually, I didn't dig anything today. Then who did? How would I know? I've been busy, working, as always.
As the grave tender, any crimes that took place here are your responsibility. If you are truly innocent, hide nothing, and tell me what happened. We'll find the truth together.
I spent the early afternoon tending to the bushes by the mortuary.
Okay. Then went inside.
When I headed back to the mortuary, Nerissa told me there was nothing else special to do for the day. So I left her to her work. I walked through the mortuary, then headed downhill towards the benches.
Shovel is missing. He's got the sickle at this point. Ellie! Hello, hello! Thank you very much for the raid. Give me one moment to do... Please, Twitch. I am very bad at typing and I can't type and talk at the same time. There we go. Okay, shout out for Ellie. Thank you very much for the raid, Ellie. It's very good to see you. Right now we are playing Lucifer Within Us. We are a detective going through and solving murders. It's complicated. The game is set in a time where murders have not happened for 100 years, and now they are happening again, and demons are involved. We have to go through, interrogate everybody, examine all the evidence, and work out what has truly happened here. Gotta wind down. No worries, you have a good day. Back to the game. So he's headed through the mortuary and down to the benches. Okay.
I spent the remainder of the afternoon resting on a bench.
Alright. And he seems to be indicating that the victim this time passed by at that point. I think that's the victim. It might be someone else. Nobody else passed by.
Suddenly I heard someone call for help from the back field. I ran over.
Oh no.
Surprised to see a dead body in the grave.
It was not the victim, it was this guy. Okay. Can I ask him about the sickle? Okay. Can I ask him about... You didn't run into anyone when you headed towards the benches? No. No one passed me.
I spent the early...
Are you claiming that you didn't dig the grave? Right. That's what I said. I was busy with the bushes. These can't be my footprints. It's true that I went inside the mortuary after working outside, but that was before the rain. Fair enough. Ask about the shovel? That's my shovel. It's built to last. Good workmanship. I usually leave it in the mortuary when I'm not using it. When he headed to the mortuary, Narissa told him that there was nothing else special to do for the day, so I left her to her
When
work.
I headed back to...
So you were dismissed early in the day. Why didn't you go home? Narissa made it clear I should leave her to work, so I did. But there's plenty of other groundskeeping work to be done. The large headstone out front needed some attention, so I headed that way. Then why did you not go to that instead of the benches? Also... Okay, so it's not officially a contradiction that he was told there was nothing special for the day, because Narissa may have been the one lying. Headed towards the benches. At the moment, I don't think there's anything I can do to contradict Abraham. So let's head inside to speak with Narissa.
Praise Ain Soph. You must be the famed exorcist. It is an honor, sister. I'm Nerissa, and I serve Ain Soph by preparing the dead for burial. I take pleasure in providing cleanliness and comfort for bodies after their souls have departed.
I see. Nerissa, how did you know the victim?
Not at all. The first time I saw him, he was curled in that grave, dirty and bloody. The whole afternoon, I prepared Mother Miriam's body for burial. There isn't much else to tell. Early this afternoon, I informed Abraham of the funeral scheduled for this evening.
There's the contradiction.
Once Abraham left, I started preparing the body for burial. I was alone the entire time. No one came by.
Okay. That's one heck of a noise.
Mid-afternoon, Abraham barged into the mortuary, bellowing that the grave is now ready. I sent him away to focus. After Abraham's disturbance, I completed the embalming to the best of my humble abilities. Just after dark, I heard a scream from the back field. A dead body was found.
Okay. Alright, so... hey Abraham, where'd you go? You're over here. You claimed you didn't dig the thing.
I spent the early...
You don't remember this at all, huh?
When I...
Okay, so I can't contradict his side of things, so maybe I can contradict hers by saying that he claimed to have been working on the bushes.
Once Abraham...
I don't think he had time to tend bushes today at all. I asked him to dig the grave for the funeral. Okay, maybe I just have to actually click on contradict. First, let's talk to Augustine.
You must be Father Augustine. The victim was your apprentice, correct?
Correct. And you are Sister Ada, the exorcist. It is a unique pleasure.
Thank you, but I only serve myself according to my calling. Why are you here, Father? I'm visiting in preparation for Mother Miriam's sudden funeral. It is a true blessing to witness your holy work, Sister Ada. I pray Isaac can rest in peace. How long did Isaac study under you? Did you know him well? He was a fine apprentice, a ready mind and willing soul. I will mourn him in my own way. But I must admit, the prospect of witnessing an exorcism is an unexpected silver lining. If I find you guilty, Father Augustine, you'll find the experience to be unpleasant. Tell me now, what happened this afternoon? Leave nothing out. I began by taking an afternoon stroll.
I arrived at the graveyard with Isaac for Mother Miriam's funeral. Isaac headed to the mortuary on a minor errand.
Okay. There's a contradiction with what Nerissa said. And we can see him talking with Nerissa.
Then I passed through the graveyard until I saw the statue of Saint Walpurga. What craftsmanship, and so well maintained.
Okay.
For most of the afternoon, I was walking through the graveyard, merely observing and admiring.
Right, did you encounter... missed the grave tender. But you're indicating the grave tender isn't there.
At sunset, I wandered to the back area to meet with Isaac. I was surprised to find an open grave with something inside. Isaac. I was horrified to discover that it was Isaac's dead body. That's when I called for help.
Okay. Okay. There are a lot of big empty spaces, which is going to make this difficult. Gonna leave and talk to Narissa. Because there's a couple of things that I want to ask her about. First, the footprints. I apologize for the filth. Normally, the mortuary is kept pristine. I assure you, but today is hardly a normal day. Okay. So, you said...
Once Abraham left,
no one came
I started
by.
preparing the body for burial. I was alone the entire time.
Someone did. Lies, Narissa. Father Augustine saw you speak to Isaac by the entrance of the mortuary. Isaac entered the mortuary. Admit it. Very well, there's no use hiding it. Please know that nothing untoward happened. The victim only stopped by for a moment.
The truth is that the apprentice did come by. He asked for a bouquet for the funeral later that day.
Okay.
When I showed him the bouquet, he held it for a moment and then threw it on the floor. I suppose it wasn't to his master's tastes. I forgot to pick it back up. Then the boy asked to be taken to the rear fields before the funeral, so I led him out the back exit.
Okay. That's when Abraham came in. Let's ask about this multi-tool. I found your multi-tool, Narissa. I am truly grateful, Sister Ada. Where did you find this? It was lying in the grass near the rear staircase. Impossible, unless someone else had stolen it. Surely Abraham couldn't do such a thing. Also, I can check out what her personality is like. Famine survivor. A memory found in Narissa's sanctum. She grew up during the Great Famine, feeding on anything she could find. She eventually found sustenance, but at what cost? Without faith, I could never have persevered through those days. I am ever grateful to Ein Sof and the kind souls of the church. I also want to ask her about the liver. That is Mother Miriam's embalmed liver. It seems rather deformed. What happened to it? My apologies, Sister Ada. I must have mishandled it. Organs are very delicate, you know. Due to the disturbances today, I haven't been able to focus properly. Okay. Ask about the Aether scanner. Yeah, didn't think so. There might be some other stuff. It's probably going to be Augustine who knows about that one. Use it to record images and pass them into glyphs. Okay, nothing special there. Footprints in the mortuary. He knows nothing. Perhaps they are Isaac's.
For most at sunset, I wandered to the back area to meet with
Footsteps
Isaac.
are there
I was
at this time.
surprised to find an open grave with something inside.
Also, I want
After
to
Abraham's
check.
disturbance just after dark, I heard a scream from the back field. A dead body was
Marissa's
found.
story doesn't have the shovel there. Far too heavy for her to even carry. Okay. Mother Miriam, this was the body I was preparing for the funeral tonight. A horrible way to die. At least her inner organs were intact. Ask about the schedule. Smaller branch in the this is a smaller branch in the cemetery, a quieter space for more wealthy patrons. There were no other burials scheduled for today, or even this week. I prepare bouquets for visitors to the cemetery. You would be surprised by how often people forget to bring anything to honor their loved ones. I should probably ask Abraham about the grave. Noble's grave. Notice that? It's my family's old grave. We're not nobility anymore, but the Abbey's grounds once belonged to my ancestors. It was all confiscated after my great-uncle Sergius was branded a heretic. Too bad for the rest of us. Maybe it's Einsoff's humour that I work the land now as a labourer. Life has its ups and downs. It's a good job. Okay. I guess if I ask... Well... He says that he just headed towards the benches. He didn't run into anyone. No one could have passed by him. Did you not go to the grave? The sickle is at the grave. Okay, there we go. This sickle was found by the gravestone that you were supposedly polishing. Admit it, Abraham. You left it there. Fine. Of course I had the sickle. I had to tend to the grass around the graves. I didn't mention it because I thought it made me look suspicious. Now you've made yourself even more suspicious. Amend your testimony.
I had a sickle with me because I wanted to trim the grass around a grave in the front field. I walked through the mortuary, then headed downhill towards the benches. I had a sickle with me because I wanted to trim the grass around a grave in the front field.
And that's why Augustine didn't see him. Okay.
I had a sickle with me because I wanted to trim the grass around a grave in the front field.
So, what else could there be, though? Is there anything of relevance? I mean, I know that he was asked to...
I spent the early afternoon tending to the bushes by the mortuary.
There we go. I don't know why I didn't think to just do that. You might trim the hedges most days, but you didn't today, did you? Instead, Nerissa asked you to dig a grave for the funeral. That's true. It's a normal part of my job. I shouldn't have lied about it, I know. I worried that if I told the truth, I thought you'd think I killed that boy, but I didn't. When you lie to me, you veil the truth from the eye of Einsoff. Speak the truth now. There is no room for error in this investigation. Fine, I dug the grave for the funeral, just doing my job, but it was empty when I left. Oh boy, this makes a whole lot of new
Nerissa
stuff.
told me there'd be an urgent funeral in the evening. I'm not usually told who it's for.
Okay.
So I picked up the shovel and went down to the rear plot to dig a new grave.
Oh, okay. The shovel is missing from their
The
stories
ground was hard.
because I have
Took
the
me
shovel.
some time to dig that hole.
Okay.
I took a long break while digging. It's within my rights. There wasn't anyone else around, so it was nice and peaceful. Then I got back to it and finished digging the grave.
Now that's going to be... These two will contradict.
When the grave was ready, I walked back to the mortuary to let Nerissa know. Then I took a long break while digging. It's within my rights.
Conflict. On my family's honor, I swear that I saw no one while digging the grave. I certainly did not see Nerissa or the boy come through. Which means I'm going to have to ask Nerissa about it. Okay.
Then I got back when the grave was ready.
It's not
I
raining at
walked.
that point, so the footprints are from some other time. Head for Nerissa, because you've got a contradiction. Hey, Nerissa.
Then the boy asked to be taken to the rear field.
I don't know why Abraham would lie, but the victim left through that door. I swear I saw it myself. There's contradictions.
When I
But
showed
I
him
don't
then the
know
boy asked to be taken to the
who would
rear
be-
fields before the funeral, so I let him out the back exit.
Okay. Isaac left after Abraham went back to the finish thing, the digging. That's
When I
just
showed
the time
then the
when they
boy
were
asked to be
walking
taken to the rear
exit.
fields before the funeral, so I let him out the back exit.
Okay, where do I go from here then? I never looked into Abraham's psyche. Hey, Abraham. I gotta have a look in your brain. Gimme that good knowledge. What sort of person are you? Grief. And integrity. Okay. Found in Abraham's sanctum. Though it was over 100 years ago, Abraham mourns his family's fortunes, so quickly reducing their status. I will never forget that night. Someone torched our home, trying to burn us alive. Of course, the guards never caught the arsonist. How could they, when it was almost certainly one of their own? I regret lying. I'm an honest person, but I felt like I had to defend myself somehow from being accused. Okay. I don't like speaking badly of others behind their backs, but honestly, he gives me the creeps. What do you think of Nerissa? Nerissa handles the business in the mortuary, and tells me when there's things that need doing. We both take pride in our work, and don't bother each other much. Suits me just fine. Okay, what can we
Nerissa told me
find
there'd be an
here?
urgent funeral in the... So I picked up the shovel and went down to the rear plot to dig a new grave.
Heads to the grave. Digs
The ground was
grave.
hard. Took me some time to dig that hole.
Heavy, bulky, and caked with dirt. So it was used.
I took a long and I got back to it and finished digging the grave. I took a long break while digging. It's within my rights. There wasn't anyone else around, so it was nice and peaceful.
Footprints? No, because the footprints come from later.
I had a sickle with me because I walked through the mortuary, then headed down. I had a sickle with me because I wanted to trim the grass around a grave in the front
that he's
field.
trimming the grass. Okay. I don't think there's much we can gain at this point. Well, saying he had nothing that could have been used to kill is a straight lie. There's the sickle. The opportunity... And so we know that... What about when he was heading towards the benches? Yeah, takes too long. So he didn't really have an opportunity or a motive. Hey, Abraham... I'm not Abraham, Augustine.
Then I passed through the...
Good old Saint Walpurga. Are you quizzing me about your own patron saint? I'm asking what it means to you, Father. Very well. It honours her final victory against Lucifer in the Abbey's chapel, a true holy site. For 111 years, no demons had been sighted in our world, until today. His face. It's as if he just fell asleep. But how could this be? He had no enemies. Is it possible that I was the intended target? Horrifying to consider. But I want to know about the scar on his stomach. Bouquet is beautiful. Was it with Isaac? I had asked him to fetch me a bouquet. Strange. Wonder why Isaac would leave the bouquet at the mortuary. I didn't think he feared my disapproval so much. Perhaps he was more sensitive than I knew. Never seen an organ mangled this way. Now, we can say he had the opportunity with the stroll. Right, no. Okay, he's got a point. The stroll does take a long time. It's at the discover grave point when it would have happened. You were the first to find the body, Father Augustine. You were alone in the rear fields then. In truth, that's when you killed Isaac and threw his body in the grave. Fascinating theory. I will concede that the opportunity is valid, if somewhat strange. After all, if I really wanted to kill Isaac in secret, I could have done so in countless occasions prior to tonight. I don't think he had any means, and right now we don't have any motive. What do you think about the grave? Remarkable condition, marvelous craftsmanship, okay. Multi-tool? My path has not crossed one, has not crossed one of these devices before. It must be a tool of some sort, but for what purpose, I can only guess. God, this is only the second... Like, this is the second murder in the game, and I am already fairly lost. Victim would have had to wait inside the mortuary when Abraham was here. Surely Abraham would have heard footsteps or rustling. Preparing the body occupied me the entire afternoon. Yeah, that's fair. Motive. The bouquet. Oh, psychological evidence. Okay. And means multi-tool. It's designed for precision incisions into hardened tissue. It would have sliced through a living body with ease. Besides, nothing else could have allowed the killer to seal the wound on the victim's stomach. Oh, okay. So, the scar on the stomach isn't an old scar, it's a scar that has been sealed by the multi-tool. Okay. That's more significant to know. Okay, so we stop with the accusations.
After Abraham...
Do you consider your work complete then? I did my best, given the circumstances. I always do my best, sister. Okay, but why are there now muddy footprints? I want to know about the footprints. Apologize.
Just after dark? After Abraham, just after dark?
She's
I heard a
indicating
scream
there
from the
were
back
no
field.
footprints
A
at
dead
this
body
point.
was found.
Which is strange because Augustine was indicating that there were.
After Abraham's
I have to ask him about them directly, I guess. Hey, Augustine. Footprints in the mortuary? Unfortunately, I know nothing about this. Perhaps they are Isaac's. Well, this doesn't help. There's gotta be somewhere that we can narrow things down. We know there's a contradiction or a conflict, but we don't know which of them is lying, and I don't know how to verify it. The rain started about here, so the footprints occurred at this time. Which would be
For
during
most of the
this,
afternoon, I was walking through the
these
graveyard.
finished
merely-
preparations. And the footprints lead over here.
After Abraham's disturbance,
Contradict
I completed
footprints. Why? The footprints came up here while you were doing this. Oh, okay. Finished preparations. Apparently the liver... This liver is still bloody. Oh, okay. That's why. She's only recently done it. How could you possibly claim that it is ready for burial? I couldn't finish the burial preparations in time because I misplaced my surgical tool. I searched all over the mortuary for it, but I couldn't find it anywhere. Right.
After Abraham left, I noticed that my multi-tool wasn't in my pocket. I searched all over the mortuary for it, but it was missing.
Okay. So she does her search.
I did what I could without making new incisions, but that made things slower and messier. I'm not pleased with the results.
So she's saying she lost the multi-tool by the time she took Isaac out.
Early this afternoon, I
Okay, so
informed
she'd already
Abraham
made
of
all
the
the
funeral
incisions at the
scheduled for this
start there.
evening. The truth is that the apprentice did come by.
Did you notice anything about the victim at this time? He seemed normal. He seemed like a normal, healthy young man to me.
When I showed him the bouquet, he held it for a moment.
So, he didn't take the bouquet with him? No, I decided it was best to return. He decided it was best to return empty-handed, rather than bring something unworthy. Forgot to pick it back up. Okay, yeah, they were on the floor. Okay.
Then the boy asked to be taken to the rear fields before the funeral, so I led him out the back exit.
Then returned to work before she could actually start doing anything.
Mid-afternoon, Abraham barged into the mortuary, bellowing that the grave is now ready. I sent him away to focus.
Okay. Oh, I can actually get some more insight into her now. Carnivore. Enjoys exotic cuts of meat, especially fresh entrails and organs. Perhaps I enjoy meat too much, but everyone has a soft spot for something, don't they? Now, for those who arrived a bit late, there is one aspect we haven't looked at yet, which is the Book of Demons. Now, every crime is caused by a demon. Lotan the Envious. That one is one who preys on people who are envious. Lucifer the Proud manifests in the ambitious and strong-willed. Beelzebub the Gluttonous. The host is compelled to consume stranger and filthier things until nothing remains of their inhumanity. She is a famine survivor and a carnivore. There is a weirdly demolished liver that she's left aside. I'm concerned about this.
After
Okay.
Abraham left, I noticed that my multi-tool wasn't in my pocket. I searched all over the mortuary for it, but it was missing. I did what I could without making new incisions, but
How did you hope to finish the embalming without your tool? I started pulling the organs out with my hands and sealing the incisions with bandages. It seemed better than sitting on my hands. I have a reputation to protect. Okay, but footprints? Now I can use the footprints. Explain these muddy footprints, Nerissa. They indicate someone left and then returned to the mortuary during the rain. Given that Father Augustine remained outside and that Abraham left before the rain, these must be your footprints. I'm sorry, Sister Ada, for the lies and for the filth. I can't wait to clean it up. I admit that I did step outside briefly to search for the multi-tool, but since it was raining, I couldn't find anything, so the embalming remains sadly unfinished.
I was desperate to find the tool to finish my work. I tried searching outside, but I couldn't find anything in the rain.
But the tool was outside.
I did what I could without making new incisions, but that made things... I was desperate to find the tool to finish my work.
Footprints. The footprints don't just stop there. Okay, what if I ask about this? Why would you assume that it would be outside? I suppose I panicked. I thought it may have rolled outside when the door was open. Let's get to the last layer of her psyche. She's a cannibal. Called it. A deep temptation to devour human flesh. How long has she been felt this hunger? It's a terrible tendency of mine, but it's harmless, I assure you. I only nibble at the entrails that no one would want. Right, okay. I mean, I can't really deny that. Okay.
Then the boy asked to be taken to the rear field before the...
There's something more here, but I'm not sure what. I mean, I could say that she had the opportunity when she went to search outside. She would have seen the culprit carrying the body to the grave, or running away. Okay. I feel like it was her, but I'm not sure how we can prove it yet. Let's try talking to Virgil and see if he's got anything useful. Have you examined the victim's body? The sharp incision in his throat was clearly the cause of death, but why does he have that scar? Oh, because the multi-tool was used. That's definitely Nerissa's. I've seen her using it at her table many times, getting the dead ready to rest. I suppose it cuts and injects and repairs. I've never used one myself.
When the grave was ready, I walked...
Okay, well... I'm getting nowhere at this point, and we have passed the ending time for the stream. So, I'm going to call it with this. Thank you very much for being with me today. If you have enjoyed, I have both a Twitter and a Discord where I make my announcements when I'm about to go live, what I'm going to play, or if anything is going to prevent me from streaming in a day. I also have a YouTube channel. This is where the VODs from my old streams go. After a little bit of processing, usually they're put up there the day after, sometimes a second day goes by. But that channel is where all my past VODs can be found, because Twitch only keeps them for about a week. Otherwise, thank you very much for being with me today. Have a good one.